Hello. Well, guys, the finish line is finally here, and we all made it. I'm sure we're all happy that this day has arrived. I know I am. Well, I'm sure that we all have our different accounts of our years as an ECS Lion. Today, I would like to share some of my accounts of my years here, which may sound familiar to you and may be completely different. I first came here to Asino Christian in kindergarten, and I was in Mrs. Pombert's class. Now, over the years, I have had Mrs. Anderson, Mrs. Ferreira, Miss Guerreri, Mrs. Merrick, Miss Scarzoni, Miss Mitchell, Mrs. Hasty, and finally, Miss Carney as my homeroom teachers. During my years here, I've had my hair dyed, been in 9 different drama productions, served 2 years on ASB. This year was president. I also worked hard to stay on the Gold Honor Roll every quarter since 3rd grade. I've been a Math Olympian twice, participated in speech meet, and played on 11 total sports teams. I was definitely active during my years here. But in order to achieve all of these goals, I needed to have focus and I needed to have a good role model. For me, that would be Mr. Griffin Brett Dunn. Now, my brother Brett came to ECS when he was in 5th grade, back when Miss DeLucia taught that grade. Now, Brett had Miss DeLucia as a teacher every year he was here because as he moved through the years, so did she. And I looked forward to being in 8th grade and going into Miss DeLucia's class and fulfilling my legacy. Thanks, Miss Carney. All joking aside, I looked up to my brother and I wanted to equal and even pass him. And I remember helping him with Bible homework when I was in kindergarten and he was in 8th grade. And now today, he's helping me with my math and English. So to what people may to some, they may call him the Shushan boy, but I call him my brother, a friend, and a role model. So thank you, Brett. Now guys, reaching the top of the totem pole took a long time. And in a few months, we will all be at the bottom of the hill again. Guppies in an ocean of sharks. However, I believe that God will be looking after us. Scratch that. I know that God will make sure we all get through high school. All we need to do is allow Him to work with us and not to get caught up in the world and what the world thinks. Don't forget the story of Daniel 3, where Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into a fiery furnace because they would not follow what the king was saying and decided to go with God. And when they came out of the furnace after trusting in God, they didn't even smell like smoke. They were completely without harm. Now, if we keep our eyes on what God does for us, He will help us through all of our troubles. Remember, however, that God isn't our genie, I would know. But rather our caretaker. Just because we want to have something doesn't mean that God will instantly provide it. It's like the 1990 Garth Brooks song says, some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers, and just because He doesn't answer doesn't mean He doesn't care. If it's something that you need, all you need to do is ask God and He'll provide it. But if you don't get it, then maybe you don't need it, but you actually want it. Or you do need it, but not now. And I guess that ends my speech. I would want to close with thanks to everybody here for making me who I am and shaping me over the 9 years that I was here and making it something special. I can't wait for summer, and I'm sure all of you can't either. So for now, I will allow others to talk, events and awards to be handed out, since my feet are getting kind of tired standing up here. Anyways, thanks again everybody in my life, my friends, family, teachers, coaches, directors, the academy, my agent, and most importantly, God. Thank you.